Hey everyone, I'm very excited to be here. But before I dive into Lynx, I would like to introduce you to a very good friend of mine. His name is Frank, and he's a Bitcoin maxi. But he also believes in the future of AI and wants to get exposure to NVIDIA. Frank is confused. He can't decide between the two assets. Now, the problem is that USDC acts as the sole intermediary for financial assets, forcing traders such as Frank to choose between two financial instruments. This is limiting and extremely inefficient. The solution is to bypass the intermediary. Lynx enables traders to use any collateral asset to get exposure to any financial instrument. Now let's go back to Frank. By using Lynx, Frank can keep his Bitcoins while getting exposure to NVIDIA. 1 year later, Frank is ready to cash out. Bitcoin went up by 10x, and NVIDIA went up by 5x. Frank did 5x on his Bitcoins and 50x in USD values. Frank is obviously happy. Now, the best part is that there is no additional risk by removing the USD. Even if Frank's Bitcoins went down by 90%, it will not get liquidated. The system is completely price agnostic to the collateral price. On Lynx, 1 Bitcoin is always 1 Bitcoin. And this is why we can literally support any asset as collateral. We don't even need spot liquidity or price feed to list an asset. Lynx is built to be 100% permissionless. Lynx is Uniswap for synthetic trading. While Uniswap allows protocol to list their token for on-chain spot trading, Lynx does the same for on-chain leverage trading. Lynx is a B2B2C platform. We offer single-side liquidity pools, meaning you don't need to waste USDC to open a liquidity pool and to list your token. We offer tailor-made incentive programs, which means that you can launch trading competitions that are only open for people that hold your token. We share our revenues with the partners, and we even offer white labels. There are 15,000 tokens listed on CoinGecko. Lynx is built to support each and any one of them. Okay, let's put some numbers because we already launched our MVP. We are live on 9 different chains, supporting 28 tokens and 5 white labels. We are processing more than 1,000 transactions per day. And we are about to start distributing more than $100,000 every week in rewards, thanks to our amazing partners. And this is without any token yet. Thank you very much. Happy to take any questions.
Thank you. Can you touch on the mechanism for how you don't have oracles and liquidations?
Sure. So let's get back to the Bitcoin, right? 1 Bitcoin is always 1 Bitcoin. So for us, the collateral assets is units. Okay? The system doesn't know the price of Bitcoin. The system does know the price of NVIDIA versus USD. So if NVIDIA goes up, let's say by 10%, and you have 10x leverage, it means that you just did 2x on your Bitcoin, right? You doubled your Bitcoin. And this is why we can support any asset, because we can take the shittiest token and still list it, because we don't care about the price of the token.
Got it. You don't care about the price of the collateral asset, but you do need the NVIDIA USD oracle.
Yeah, of course.
To
Yeah. We need an oracle for we call it the token that you want to get exposure to, right? But not the collateral.
Got it. Okay.
And yeah, who's lending the Bitcoin?
Perfect. So this is DeFi, right? Everything is done on chain. So we have liquidity providers, and they are the house. They are the other side for traders. Basically, they take the risk of the traders. And by the way, it's a good question because obviously we're not working with Satoshi Nakamoto, but we do work with protocols, with DAOs. So usually the DAOs are the ones that provide the liquidity in their governance token. They're the one that taking the risk, but all they can lose is their governance token.
And okay, and is there like a funding rate or something? Like what happens if people are lending Bitcoin, all the traders are long NVIDIA pumps?
Okay, so first of all, it's not lending, it's all synthetic exposure. This is why we can go up to 500x in leverage, right? We don't have any limitation on leverage. Now, what happens if people are trading well, right? So the liquidity pool will lose money. This is what happens. We know from GMX that usually it doesn't happen, but we obviously have mechanisms to try and balance the long and short. And I can tell you that in the next version of the application, we're going to offer liquidity providers the option to choose, very similar to UniV3, the option to choose the range and long versus shorts and etc. So you'll be able to provide Bitcoin as a liquidity provider and to say that you're only taking the risk for people that are shorting it, right? Or something like that.
Okay, because right now all the vaults are siloed. So if I'm providing liquidity for Bitcoin, I'm only exposed to the Bitcoin collateral trader losses.
Yeah. Very, very right.
And as a trader, you can only use one asset as collateral. Okay.
Yeah, and you're earning and losing in the same asset, right? You're even paying fees in the same asset. So if you came with Bitcoin, you're paying fees in Bitcoin, and it's very important because if this token just got hacked, it's not going to affect the Bitcoin liquidity pool or anything like that. It's all isolated.
Awesome. I appreciate the time. Thank you.
Thank you very much.